Hey cleaners, Lewis here. Hey, I had someone from the audience reach out and they asked me, hey, what do I do about my Facebook ad campaign? I just launched it and it cost me a lot of money for that very first lead I got, and I'm kind of freaking out. Okay. I'm characterizing the situation, but it's basically how it came across. And let me just start off with saying if this is something that you're looking at, running paid ads and wanting to get them for an affordable price, you really need to know this video and honestly the strategies I'm about to talk about, because while getting that lead at an affordable price is really important, it is not the end all be all solution to your problem. So we need to talk about the whole picture here. And this video is really for the people that are serious about making money. So if you really want to make money, you're going to watch this whole thing. All right. So the situation was he set up his ad campaign is $80 for that first lead. Freaking out. It's like, man, I can't afford this. It's solar panel cleaning. We know that $80 for a lead is kind of a lot. So if you do the math, right, which I had a chart here. I previously tried to record this video, by the way, and something happened and it got shut off. But if your lead cost is $80 and it takes you 5 leads to get one customer, your close rate is going to be about 20%. Okay, that one customer is going to cost $400 in advertising in order to get them. That's not sustainable for solar panel cleaning. But here's the thing: when you launch ad campaigns, it's learning who to target. So over time, it should get better and better as it has more data. So this campaign was less than a week old. It hasn't even finished its learning phase. So yeah, the cost is going to be really high. On its own, Facebook should start to drop that lead cost over time if we don't even touch it. But fortunately, we're able to go in, update the campaign, and change some things to optimize it so that we can get better results. So let's say we go in and we see what elements perform the best, because the way that we set up campaigns always follows this, right? And this is my recommendation for all of you that want to do DIY. You go out there and you have multiple images, maybe multiple videos, and multiple headlines, descriptions, all this different text, and you load that in there. And Facebook's going to run the ad and it's going to test what works best. And as it runs longer, you're going to be able to see some things don't work and some things do work. Shut off all the stuff that doesn't work, keep the stuff that does work, and all of a sudden the cost is going to go down. Right? So we're already getting better results. The longer you do that, the more you do it, and the more in depth that you go about that general process, the lower and the lower the customer the lead acquisition cost is. Right now, I actually have a client in Portland. They're a window cleaning company. They're my very first customer I ever had, and they've been with me now for 8 years. And I was talking to him the other day, and he gets a lead. It's for like $8 or something. I mean, I'd have to look it up, but it's like single digits for window cleaning and pressure washing. It's ridiculous because we've been running it so long and everything's so optimized. Like, wow, the results every year, the cost just goes down, 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 down because we have more data and we optimize more. So that is the general principle, and I want to show you that like it can work for a long time. But all right, so let's say it goes from 80 to $60. All of a sudden, we're spending less. Maybe it's as little as $20. Well, if we're still having to get 5 leads and only closing for one customer, but the leads are $20, that means it was $100 per customer, right? It's a lot more affordable than, let's say, $400 like we had before. But there are if you only have $1,000 for your ad budget, then you know that you should be able to expect 10 new customers for $1,000. Right? That's one powerful thing that you can use in planning ahead. Once you know what that cost per lead is and your close rate is, because you need to track both these things, you can say, I got $1,000, I'm gonna get 10 new customers. Now, how much money are you going to make is going to depend upon the next 3 things that we're going to talk about. So this is the big boy strategy that everybody that's serious about making money needs to know. There are 3 things that if you focus on these and you just double at least 2 of them, not all 3, just 2, you can double the size of your business, make twice as much money. Okay, it's a little magic trick. First thing is, for those 10 leads that you get in for that $1,000, what if we sold them more while we were there? Imagine that, okay? Solar panel cleaning, you can't just raise your price. Everybody's here to save money. But they do need their gutters cleaned, their roof cleaned, their siding cleaned, their sidewalks are dirty, they got an oil spot in the driveway, their windows are dirty. They got all these different things that could be cleaned and done for them. And if you get good at using this lead as an opportunity to upsell in other areas, you can take care of that average ticket value. Okay, one of those three things. So we got one right there. Just sell more while you're there. Number two, this is something that everybody should be doing because it makes sense. If you only sell to that customer one time, then that means every single time you need a customer, you're gonna have to spend that money, that $100 or whatever your cost ends up being. So instead of spending that high amount of money every time, why don't we just sell to them again? Because we know that they need their panels and their gutters cleaned again later on, and their windows are gonna get dirty, etc. So get really good at following up with the people that you've already done business with and sell them again. Maybe even schedule their next visit while you're there at their place the first time. Okay, just some things to think about. If you're looking for some ways to increase that average ticket value, drop a comment, let me know. There's a lot of things that we can talk about. All right, now the last thing that you can focus on is the lifetime value, and that's how much it's going to cost you've made with that customer the entire time. So let's imagine, worst case scenario, you are paying that $400 to get that customer. That's a lot of money. But if I service you multiple times a year for several years, in the long term, it ends up being okay. Especially if I do things like get some referrals from you, because those are like free, and some reviews, because that's going to help me show up better online and get more customers. Okay, that's another strategy we can talk about. But if you focus on the two of those three things, what do you think you can do better? Can you sell more? Can you sell it for more frequently? Can you strategically do something to increase that lifetime value, like maybe install bird netting? It's a one-time service, but it's going to be high cost right there that one time. So those kinds of things can transform your solar panel cleaning business. Okay. Now, the last thing that we need to talk about is what happens on your ads in order to get them to perform better that relates back to your close rate. Because you could skip a lot of this and just get better at closing. Even if you were paying $80 per lead, if you cut down your number of leads that you required, you all of a sudden are going to sell a lot more money or make a lot more money a lot faster. So let's say instead of 5 leads, we only needed 2 leads. Okay, so your close rate goes from 20% to 50%, which still sucks, by the way. Okay, it still sucks, but it's not bad in comparison to most other guys that are out there. Okay, and it's totally achievable. If you close half the deals that come in, all of a sudden, instead of, if you're paying $80 for a lead, but you're only having to buy 2 of them, you go from $400 to acquire a customer to $160, right? So I'm not saying keep your lead cost high. What I'm saying is that even if it stayed high, there are other things that you can change that will make it more effective. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is look at your sales process online. If you're running ads, if you're getting people to come to your website and it's not performing well enough, you can't get that lead cost down, there's something maybe other than the ad that is required to make it work better. Like if you send somebody to a trash website and it doesn't convert well, you're not going to get leads, okay? Or you're going to get very few leads. So having optimized landing pages that are built in a specific way to sell really well make a huge difference. I'll leave you with this one little tidbit, okay? The average website for a cleaning business like yours converts, okay, turns about 2 to 3% maybe of visitors into actual leads. But a website that's built by like an agency or somebody that knows pretty well can convert anywhere between 5 to 10%. That's really, really good, okay? A lot more leads. Now, when we build them, our conversion rate tends to be anywhere between 10 to 15%, right? It's like peak of industry standards, blows everybody else out of the water in general. That kind of efficiency can make it so that you don't have to send so many people to your website in order to get them to be a lead. All of a sudden, dropping that customer or that lead cost way down. Then there's all kinds of stuff you can do for automating follow-up, text messages, emails, postcards, etc., retargeting, a lot of different things you can do, but that will drive that cost down and make this a lot more affordable strategy. But you have to get started somewhere. So for those of you who are still trying to figure out which way's up and what way's down, how to advertise your business online, please watch this, learn this stuff, reach out if you have some questions, drop some comments, answer them live, do another video, and show you guys some of the things I'm doing behind the scenes with actual paying customers. So I'm applying all of this to solar panel cleaning businesses, window cleaning, pressure washing, roofing, a lot of different things, and this works. This is how agencies are able to charge so much and deliver such great results when you find ones who actually can do the job right. All right, thank you so much. Peace out, guys. Hope this answered your question. Talk to you guys in the comments. See ya.